What's up everyone, Emerald here from Emerald's Daily Carry, and today we're going to be doing a deep dive on the Evergoods CPL16 in wax canvas. In this video, we're going to be going over everything that you need to know about this bag. We'll break it down by specs, materials, features, and we'll even score it using our analytical rubric. So stick around until the end if you want to know the final score and who we think this bag is for. I'm super excited to share my thoughts on this bag after using it as a daily commuter bag since it released. At the time of this recording, there are a few more wax canvas versions of this bag available on Evergoods' website. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we like to talk about backpacks, sling bags, and everything in between because we believe that everything in life is between you and the perfect bag. Our goal is to give you all the details so that this is the last review that you need to watch to see if it's right for you. There are chapter markers all along the video so that you can skip ahead or skip to the section that you care about most. We've been testing the CPL16 wax canvas as our everyday carry bag to work twice a week since December of 2024, and we're excited to tell you our findings after over 2 months of heavy use. But before we continue, you know the drill. Make sure you like, you subscribe, you slap that notification bell so that you don't miss any more Emerald's Daily Carry goodness. And without further ado, you better buckle up because this one's gonna be a long one. Let's start out with some background information on Evergoods before we dive in. Evergoods is co-founded by Jack and Kevin, who bring experience from their time as head of product at GoRuck and working at Patagonia in their R&D center. This independent team is based in Bozeman, Montana, and they're known for making some of the best carry gear in the game with a very cult-like following. The CPL16, also known as the Civic Panel Loader 16 liter, is a newer version in their lineup. Originally released in March of 2024, it is a smaller, more EDC-friendly version of their very popular CPL24. And according to their website, the Civic Panel Loader series is designed specifically for daily carry, commuting, or office situations. Evergoods consistently updates its stock with new colors and materials, so be sure to check out their website for the latest options. The wax canvas version that I have here was a Black Friday drop for the 2024 season and originally retailed for $329, compared to the regular black ballistic nylon version that normally sells for $229. So paying an extra $100 for a wax canvas version doesn't seem that bad of a deal to me. All CPL models are identical in terms of size and features, with the only difference being material and color options that you get to choose. Now let's dive into the listed specs of the bag and compare them to our own measurements here in the studio. We'll also run our infamous bean test to measure the actual volume of this bag. If you're not familiar with our bean test, check out this video right here for a full breakdown on how it works. The listed weight of this bag is 3 pounds 4 ounces or 1,473 grams. The listed dimensions is 16.5 by 11 by 6, and the listed volume is 16 liters. Now we're gonna do our studio measurements starting out with the weight. I have my handy dandy little scale here. I'm gonna zero it out and then measure this guy. And it looks like we're pretty much on the money. We are at 3.2 ounces. So the listed weight was 3.4 ounces, so 3.2, pretty accurate. And I got my handy dandy little measuring tape here to measure the dimensions. So for how tall the bag is, 17.5 inches. And we'll put it down here. That's for you and the camera folk. And for me, that's about 5 inches in depth when it's empty, but I can totally see how it could be 6 inches in depth once it's fully packed out. And then as far as the length of the bag, I'm getting closer to 12 inches, and you can confirm that here with your view. But you know, it's a little bit squishy over here on this end of it, so I can definitely see how you can get to 11 or 12. So there you go, that's the dimensions. But without further ado, let's fill this bag, starting out with the quick access pocket. Whew. That would have been so bad if that happened, holy moly. I only lost 2 of them. Okay, so that's 3 liters of beans here in the quick access pocket. I think honestly you can probably fit at least 4 liters of beans in here, but because this shares space with the 2 internal pockets in the main compartment, I'm gonna leave it at 3 liters. If there's any room in addition, then I'll keep filling this up. So we're at 3 liters for now. I think the next pocket we should go take a look at is this top yoke pocket. I think about 1 liter of stuff can fit in there. Okay, I think that's about it. There's a little bit of additional space here, but because of the way that this pocket is patterned, the opening kind of comes up like this. So if I fill it actually all the way up, then it needs to kind of squeeze together so it won't actually close. So I have just a little bit under a pint of beans left. This yolk pocket is advertised to be able to fit a cap 1/2 liter. So actually pretty accurate to that statement. This was about a 1/2 liter of stuff. Okay, moving on to the main compartment. So again, because this front access pocket actually has independent volume from the main compartment, I'm gonna fill this out with beans first. You can see a little bit of a bulge happening here, and that's from the front compartment. So the quick access and these two compartments do share space with each other, even though they are independent from this main compartment volume. Okay, so I think that maybe this additional 1/2 liter can fit in this quick access pocket. We'll see. Perfect, and I think actually honestly room to spare. So let's call it 1.5. Ooh. Get in there. Okay, so maybe just a little bit less than 1.5 liters in this pocket here. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna do it like this. So that's 5. I'm gonna call that good. So between the quick access pocket, these two main compartment internal zippers, and the yoke pocket, we're at 7 liters, which is almost half the capacity of this entire bag, which is very cool. So in order to find out what the volume of this compartment is, I'm going to basically close this up and then just have it as a 1/2 zip and then just fill up as many beans as I can. Let's see if I can even do it. Oh, and we still have the laptop compartment. Oh my gosh, we're definitely gonna get to 16 liters, I think. So as you can see, it's getting definitely a little bit front heavy. Okay, there's like about this much room at the top, but obviously trying to get the beans in there is going to be very challenging. Heck yeah, baby, we did it. All right, that's 15 liters right there. We still have a whole nother compartment. So I think at least 1 liter can fit in here. Just like my whole hand can still fit in there. So I think we're gonna be pretty solid. This might actually be even a little bit bigger than 16 liters maybe. But we'll see how many beans fit in the laptop compartment. We have a fully packed out CPL16. You can tell a little bit that the zippers are starting to, stretch a little bit. So this is definitely at maximum capacity. Let's retake our measurements right now just to see what the max loadout would be. I'm really curious about this depth measurement now. It feels like, it feels just like a good boy, like you slap it and it's like, it's got some heft to it now. All right, we're definitely more at like 9 inches in depth. That's for your side. Here's the top. Yeah, it grew a couple inches to say the least. Let's see what it looks like when we flip it on its side. Yeah, it's like 11 inches still, just because this edge will like start to cave in a little bit. But It definitely grew in the depth department. Just for fun, I guess, I'll weigh it and you can have fun with that information. Oh my God. Okay, our scale is reading 32.1 pounds. So obviously this would be more than the maximum, I would say, weight-wise that you should be carrying in this bag. It has to be said, this bag took it like a champ. Sometimes when you're dealing with bags that have a little bit less structure, they get a little frumpy, they get a little like misshapen when you really pack it out with a bunch of stuff. And this one, besides the fact that it gained a few inches in depth, really does still have a really good shape to it. So I'm gonna be probably spending the next 20 minutes taking all the beans out of this bag, but after that we'll do a fit test and then we'll talk about our materials. And for reference, here's what the bag looks like on me. I'm 5'7", 335 pounds, and have a 7.5-inch torso length. And here's what the bag looks like on a larger man. He is 6 foot, 200 pounds, and has a 22-inch torso. Evergoods does a fantastic job of detailing the materials used on their bags, so let's walk through them from the front to the back. The exterior is finished in a stunning waxed canvas, a durable, water-resistant fabric traditionally made from cotton or a cotton blend with a mix of peripherin and beeswax. This treatment not only repels water and ensures longevity, but also allows the material to develop a unique patina over time, adding character to the bag. Despite its toughness, waxed canvas remains breathable and eco-friendly, and it offers a timeless, rugged, vintage look that appeals to those who appreciate both function and design. In fact, this particular canvas is a custom P400 wax C4X fabric developed in collaboration with the Scottish mill Haley Stevenson's. It's more tear resistant than other wax canvases thanks to its harder, more crystalline wax normally found in apparel, and Evergoods claims that you shouldn't even need to re-wax this for the lifetime of the product, although they do provide care instructions if you so choose. At the very front of the bag, you'll spot the Evergoods logo, which clearly doubles as a 2x2 hook and loop attachment for patches. Moving along, the bag also features high-quality YKK zippers. The larger zippers use number 10 reverse coils, with the smaller ones in the quick access pockets sporting a number 8 reverse coil. All the zippers are finished in an antique brass. The zipper pulls are crafted from top-notch leather sourced by Berger Co. in Ashton, Kansas, and you can even find the same leather on the style label inside of the main compartment, which is right there. Really nice touch. To make opening and closing the main compartment a breeze, there are 2 nylon counterpulls that provide extra leverage. As you shift your attention to the top and the sides of the bag, the grab handles come into view. They're made from a thicker, sewn nylon with a seatbelt-like finish that stays flush with the bag when not in use, yet it's sturdy enough to hold the bag securely in any orientation. There's even a 775 grade aluminum stay integrated into the side handle to lend additional support when you're carrying it. Opening up the main compartment reveals a very well thought out interior. The lining is constructed from a standard gray 420D high tenacity nylon with a PU coating, and it also is balance woven. So that means that there are equal numbers of strands running in every direction, which not only enhances tear strength, but also provides even bias stretch in all directions. A really neat detail from Kevin D highlighted in his features video for the CPL line. The light color of the lining also serves to highlight your belongings for easier access. And inside you'll find a 4-way stretch slip pocket on the back of the main compartment. Although Evergoods doesn't specify the material for this pocket, they do emphasize its full fold-over design, which means that there's actually no stitching in the top flap, an excellent feature for durability. Additionally, both the front quick access pocket and the main compartment right here include mesh zippered pockets, though the mesh here is a little bit rigid rather than stretchy. Completing the interior touches, the top yoke pocket sports a red key leash made from a nylon string paired with a plastic T3 type hook. At the back of the bag, the shoulder strap foam is padded with Zote EV50, similar to the kind of foam that you're going to see in running shoes. So it's firm enough to offer resistance, yet comfortable enough for extended wear. The entire back panel is also covered in the same wax canvas with Evergoods' signature open spacer mesh padding right underneath, ensuring both comfort and breathability. Now down to the bottom, there is a scuff pad made from the same body textile, which helps protect the bag from abrasion, while all the harness system hardware is crafted from plastic, as noted on the website. And that wraps up our materials breakdown, with the standout being the wax canvas that not only forms the main exterior, but also encapsulates the overall ethos of durability and timeless style that Evergoods is known for. Let's dive into the features of the CPL by starting out with the pocket layout, moving from the front to the back. On the front, there is a side quick access pocket that runs the entire length of the bag. Inside of the quick access pocket, you'll find a pen slip pocket, a zippered mesh pocket, and a small slip pocket ideal for stashing your phone, a wallet, or a passport, or a notebook. The pocket's dedicated dimension means that even when the main compartment is loaded, your essentials remain right at your fingertips. You can also fit a Cap 1 inside of this pocket. Opening the bag reveals a main compartment that opens full clamshell mode, which is really nice for packing. It features counter pulls at the end of each of the zippers for this compartment, which makes zipping it up a breeze. In the main compartment of the bag, there is a stretch slip pocket in the back, perfect for your business papers, man. This pocket even has a tiny hole in the corner of each of the corners actually, to let out debris, which is a really thoughtful touch for the long-term durability of this bag. With a depth of about 3 inches, the main compartment offers just the right amount of space for your daily gear. Moving over to the front panel, you'll notice that there are 2 zippered pockets, one smaller stash pocket and a larger zippered mesh pocket at the bottom. The mesh pocket is roomy enough to hold a light jacket or even a change of clothes, and I found that the top zippered pocket is really handy for storing cords or other small items that I don't want loose in the bag. What's really great about this front panel is that it has its own independent volume separate from the main compartment, so your belongings don't end up fighting for space. At the top of the bag, there is a yoke pocket nestled between the back panel and the shoulder straps. Evergoods has designed this extra material to create a natural curve that follows the contours of your spine. This pocket is ideal for holding sunglasses, keys, or any fragile items that you want to protect. Next, let's talk about the laptop compartment. This section is fully suspended on all sides and is designed to snugly fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro. I tested it with my 16-inch MacBook Pro in a hard-sided case, and it literally just barely fits. There is a red security strap holding the device in place. You also don't have to use the strap, you can just tuck it away if you don't want to use it. There's also extra space inside to accommodate longer, flatter items like a magazine or a tablet. Within this compartment, you also have access to the removable internal frame sheet, which is basically just a thicker plastic board that you can see right here. Personally, I prefer to keep the frame sheet in place for extra structure, but it is completely up to you, and it's really great that it's removable. Additionally, there are small bladder holes in the corners so that you can run hydration systems through them if you need to. And there's also a little nylon hoop in the back here to hook your bladder to. Although let's be honest, I really don't think anybody is gonna be hiking in this bag. And if you are, I guess, you get the additional features of having a hiking bladder. There you go. This bag offers excellent on-body access from both the top and the sides, so you can swing this bag easily around to reach all of the pockets, including the laptop compartment, this main compartment mesh, and the quick access pocket. Since all the zippers are aligned on the same side, you'll be able to get quick access to pretty much all of this on body. And from the top, you'll have quick access to the main compartment of the bag, this top pocket here on the front flap, and the yoke pocket. There are also a few extra carrying loops next to the top and the side carry handles. And the bottom of the bag features additional padding to help protect your gear when you set it down. Flipping the bag around to check out the shoulder straps, you'll notice that they are very dramatically contoured to fit nicely around your chest. The sternum strap is also fully reversible and removable, though there are no strap keepers. There are also no strap keepers on the shoulder straps. At the top of the shoulder straps, you'll notice you'll also find pass-through holes designed for a hydration bladder. Now, I know that there has been some debate about the fit of this bag and whether or not this digs into your back. This is a really common pain point, so we'll address it in a dedicated section on the back panel, as it might be a deal breaker for some of you. Plus, I do have to mention that if you are a hydro homie, you're gonna miss out on a dedicated water bottle pocket on this bag. Overall, the CPL16 offers all the features that you would expect from its larger 24-liter variant, but in a smaller, everyday carry-centric package. If that sounds like what you're after, you might just want to stop watching this video right here. right, let's get into one of the main complaints about this bag, something that is both frustrating and a little amusing considering that you're also shelling $300 for this problem. Some users have experienced the bag digging into their back. In short, a few people say that the bag presses on their lower back, almost like a horizontal bar is applying pressure near their lumbar area. There are several factors that might contribute to this discomfort. It could be due to your unique body shape, size, or even your posture. It might also happen if you're not wearing the bag as Evergoods intends, meaning very high and tight, or if you're not loading the bag properly. And over time, there has been a number of DIY fixes that have surfaced online. Some users found that simply removing the frame sheet offers relief. If that doesn't work, others have tried placing a small towel, foam piece, or even a mouse pad over the bottom of the frame sheet. A few have stuffed a jacket into the laptop compartment for extra cushioning or inserted foam in between the frame sheet and the back panel so that the bag doesn't actually press directly against your back. And then there are those who swapped out the Evergoods frame sheet for a Tom Bin frame sheet, which solved the issue for them. In short, if you do experience discomfort, you might have to get a little creative on your own home-brewed solution. Now, why is this happening in the first place? Let's talk about design. The contoured harness system is meant to curve with your upper back, almost like getting a hug from behind. But because of that curvature, the bag naturally wants to pull inwards. So it's kind of like this into your lower back. This effect becomes a lot more pronounced when you have heavier loads, or if you're not wearing the bag really high and tight. Like I'm talking, you're going on a jetpack ride. Even if you are carrying it properly in the Evergoods way, some inherent design choices are working against you. For instance, the extra fabric that connects the harness to the back of the bag, which creates this yoke pocket, super great for quick access, but it's also shifting the load further away from center. The bag doesn't include load lifters, which also might be counterbalancing this effect, though the curved harness was supposed to make them unnecessary. Also, the bag's overall silhouette, being very much larger at the top and tapering down to the bottom, likely contributes to the issue as well. Then there's a matter of how the bag is patterned. In areas that get a lot of use, like the bottom and the back panel, Evergoods has added extra padding and cut the material on the bias. This approach makes these parts a lot more rigid and durable, but it can also lead to discomfort over long periods of use. I believe this is the crux of the issue in Evergoods bags compared to others on the market. In the end, it actually boils down to design philosophy. Evergoods' mission is all about creating long-lasting, high-quality crossover equipment. This focus on durability means that they make some design choices that might sacrifice a little bit of that everyday comfort or intuitive use. The extra padding and the rigidity on the bottom and the back are prime examples. If you're not into the idea of having to rig your own comfort solutions, like adding your own strap keepers or tinkering with the frame sheet, then this bag just might not be for you. Ultimately, these design choices, from the lack of strap keepers to the use of tougher, less forgiving materials, reflect Evergoods' commitment to durability over creature comforts. It's a bold statement that if you value longevity and ruggedness above all else, this design is right up your alley, even if it means that you might need to do a little bit of DIY to get it perfectly comfortable. Now we've made it to our pack out section. We have a few different loadouts to see what can realistically fit into this bag. Starting out with our commuter office setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up this main quick access pocket first. I'll put my pen in the pen loop. I have a notebook. I got my phone. And I have a USB drive. I'm gonna put that in the zippered compartment. And then I have my key fob thing, and I'll clip that to the slip pocket. Cool. Then on the top yoke pocket, I'm gonna put my keys on the key leash. And then I'll put my AirPods and my wallet up in there as well. In the laptop compartment, I will put my laptop. This is a 16-inch MacBook Pro. As you can see, it's pretty snug fit. So sometimes I do get this problem where I have to kind of pull the zipper out of the lip of the pocket. And then I think I can even fit an iPad in here. So I have an 11-inch iPad Pro with the keyboard attached, and that's gonna be fine. Okay. Next is our main compartment. Starting out with this back slip pocket. I got some papers. Can fit right there. My water bottle, my lunch, and then I normally put my mouse and my charger up in here. And that's pretty much all I bring with me when I'm commuting. Maybe I bring a jacket in here also, but as you can see, like there's a ton of space still left inside. But this is typically what I normally bring with me when I am using this bag as my commuter bag. So now let's try to see what it will look like if I use it as a personal item. So now we're gonna pack out this bag as if we're using it as a personal item on a flight. So everything in my compartments are basically gonna stay the same as far as our quick access pockets and our laptop compartment. I am gonna move my notebook from the quick access compartment and put it inside of the slip compartment here in the main compartment. And then I'll put my overhead Sony headphones inside of this quick access compartment instead. Inside of the front panel mesh compartment, I'm gonna put one pair of additional clothes in there. I just like packing at least one pair with me just in case I get separated from my luggage. So this is just one shirt, one underwear, one sock kind of thing. And I'm very loosely packing it. You can obviously pack a little bit better than I am. Boom. Okay, and on this side of the main compartment, I'm gonna keep my switch, a jacket, and just to show size reference, these are two Cat 0.5. You can just imagine maybe this is a toiletry kit, maybe this is an electronics pouch. And we're just gonna zip that up and see if it fits. This is definitely when those counter pulls are gonna come in handy. All right, and we did it. This is the bag fully packed out as a personal item. As you can see, we're really starting to bulge out here, so I would really suggest like not packing anything more than this in your bag. Definitely our jacket, because it's so thick and bulky, is taking up a lot of space in our main compartment. If you have a thinner jacket, you're gonna have absolutely no problem with this loadout. Just to show you what I mean, I'm gonna just take it out for a second. And there you go, a lot more of a manageable kind of size that we've got going on here. But you can actually fit this with a bunch of stuff, you know, more than I think that you would seemingly be able to just looking at the silhouette of the bag. So the bag does carry a lot bigger than I think it looks, which I think is a good thing. Now let's jump over to Emerald in the field. She's gonna show us what it feels like to wear this bag for about 20 minutes of use.
All right, you guys, I have been walking around with this bag on for about 20 minutes. Before I started walking, I weighed my bag and it was 20 pounds, which is a lot, I think, for a 16-liter bag. I put pretty much everything that I would normally take with me to the office, plus a few extras like a little bit of camera gear and a lunch. And I also have a full water bottle in here, like a 32 ounce. But anyway, it's about 86 degrees here in Arizona right now. So I think this is a really good test as far as how does this bag feel when you are out and about and it's really hot outside. And I will say that I feel like I am one with this bag now. I think that my back and the back panel of this bag are just one symbiosis, like piece of fabric, because it's really sticky and hot back there. As far as the comfort level of this bag goes, I wouldn't say that it's uncomfortable, other than that it is very hot. It's as comfortable as it would be, I guess, for a small bag with no load lifters and no extra doodads to like help you with the load. I haven't experienced any back digging. Mostly I feel like it's a little bit like the depth of the bag is pretty deep when you pack it out. And I almost feel like the weight is kind of pulling me back a little bit. But as you can see, it is like a jet packed to my back. It is as high and as tight as you could possibly make a bag. So tight and so high that I don't think I could get my arms out if I even tried. So I'm gonna have to loosen these straps here in order for it to get loosened. I don't know if you can see that. There's almost no more slack left. But I think the real test, or the real fun part, is gonna be taking this bag off and then showing you all what the back panel looks like, because I'm sure it's super wet now. So let's see right now. There is instant relief on my back. I can just feel the sweat starting to evaporate, and to the touch, this back panel is very warm. Now, I'm not seeing any actual wetness coming apart or coming across, but I don't know if you can even just tell the difference between the top of the shoulder strap and the back panel, but they are 2 shades of brown now. This is like almost 3 shades lighter, especially if you can see like this top part here is super light compared to the back panel, which has been absorbing all of my good Arizona sweat. So if you do live in a hot place like I do, maybe this might not be a good bag for you, just because of the way that you have to wear it super high and tight. It will become very sticky pretty quick. But I think that's all I have to report for now. Let's go back to the studio to continue our review.
And now the moment that you've all been waiting for, it's time to rate the CPL16 in wax canvas using our analytical rubric. If you're not familiar with how our scoring system works, be sure to check out this video where we break down the methodology and explain all the categories that we use. For this review, we're also going to be baseline comparing the CPL16 wax canvas against a few other very popular EDC bags that share similar volume claims and a wax canvas exterior. Every bag in our comparison falls within the 15 to 18 liter range and is designed for commuters, office workers, and daily carry situations. Now, to be clear, this isn't a full-blown head-to-head comparison of every bag on the market. Instead, we're using these contenders as reference points to see how the CPL16 stacks up against other wax canvas EDC bags that you might be considering. In our baseline comparison, we'll be looking at the GoRuck Bullet Ruck Wax Canvas, which retails for $245, the Trek Banach Backpack at $439, RIP Trek, the Dutch Pack Scalp Pack at $175, and the Winter Season Wax Canvas Backpack at $289. Each of these bags brings something different to the table in terms of the silhouette and opening style, making them really great benchmarks for evaluating how the CPL16 performs against other wax canvas options. When it comes to EDC bags, we believe that design is the most critical factor. These bags are typically very compact and worn for shorter periods. Think commuting, running errands, or driving in your car. So looking cool often really precedes over absolute durability. With that in mind, we're weighing our categories at 40% design, 35% on components, 10% for marketing, and 15% for unique value proposition. In this review, we'll be specifically grading the wax canvas version of the CPL16, though most of our comments will apply to the regular version as well, since the only difference is going to be the material and the weight. All right, let's get into it. Starting off with the design category, under aesthetics, we scored the CPL16 wax canvas a solid 5. Frankly, the unique exterior material is the prime reason why you might choose this version over the standard 840D ballistic nylon found on Evergoods' main line. Just a heads up, the wax canvas can feel a little sticky just because of the wax coating, which means that it tends to attract pet hair, lint, and other small debris. We haven't noticed any type of transfer though between our clothes and the bag. If you are after that heritage style look combined with Evergoods functionality, there are still units available on the website at the time of this recording, and they should be restocking this variant in fall of 2025. Moving on to function, we awarded the CPL16 a 4. This bag offers nearly everything that you're going to want in an EDC-sized pack. It boasts excellent access points, including solid quick access, ample internal organization, and dedicated compartments that prevent your items from fighting over space, a benefit not all EDC bags can claim. However, there are a few usability quirks that you might have to get used to or that could potentially deter you from this bag. For instance, while the bag is advertised for excellent on-body access to all compartments, the recommended high and tight carrying style can sometimes make it really challenging to swing the bag around to even reach it. Additionally, the absence of external water bottle pockets, a luggage pass-through, or even strap keepers might make this bag feel a little bit less functional compared to other options on the market. In terms of build quality, the CPL16 earns a very solid 5. The materials and the construction are top-notch throughout. If you've never owned an Evergoods bag, one look and feel will reveal just how durable, robust, and well-crafted these packs really are. This bag is built to last, and you can definitely tell. For protection, we scored the CPL16 a 4.25. It features very solid padding at the bottom and the back panel, areas that take the most abuse, and it benefits from the sturdy combination of thicker wax canvas, a frame sheet, and an aluminum stay. This setup offers respectable drop protection, abrasion resistance, and water resistance. Keep in mind that wax canvas is prized for its natural look and feel, which means that it may not offer the same level of protection as a more heavily padded option like a camera bag, but it does deliver very reliable weather protection and inherent strength. When it comes to comfort, the bag earns a 4. We've already discussed the potential discomfort some users might experience with this back panel, which isn't a universal fit for everyone. That said, most people should find this bag quite comfortable if they stick to Evergoods' high and tight carrying method. Your experience might vary just depending on a lot of factors like your body shape, size, posture, loadout, and personal preferences, so buyer's discretion is advised. It's also worth noting that this variant might take a little bit longer to break in, especially the shoulder straps. Out of the box, they can feel super stiff and rigid, but with regular use, your body heat will soften up this fabric and give it a nice patina over time. Under access points, we gave the CPL16 a 4.5. One of the key strengths of Evergoods backpacks is the ability to reach nearly every pocket and compartment from both the top and the side of the bag. However, the on-body quick access can be a little bit finicky. Although the bag is designed for excellent on-body access, the high and tight carrying method sometimes makes it challenging to swing the bag around and reach that front compartment. I found that I had to loosen my straps a little bit to get easier access to this pocket, then I had to tighten them again once I grabbed what I needed. Another point to note is the orientation of the side access zippers. Since they're all located on one side of the bag, if you swing the bag from the wrong direction, you'll just end up with nothing and you just have to readjust and try again. Technically, the bag is designed with right hand dominance in mind, so you swing it off of your left shoulder and then you use your right hand to operate the zipper and grab your items. Personally, I tend to swing bags off of my right shoulder and grab with my left, as that feels a little bit more natural since I am right-handed. Evergoods sometimes offers mirrored versions of their bags with the zippers on the right side, but I doubt that we'll see a mirrored wax canvas CPL16 anytime soon. Let's start by breaking down the components. The CPL16 features very chunky YKK reverse coil number 10 zippers that glide very smoothly along the vertical tracks. You might notice a little bit of resistance once you hit the corners, but a little bit of an extra tug will usually do the trick. There are also counter pulls on the main compartment zipper, which is a really thoughtful addition for extra leverage. The metal hardware comes with an antique brass finish, and the zipper pulls are accented with leather leashes that look super fantastic on this bag. My only gripe here is that the two internal zippers in the main compartment sometimes get snagged while I'm trying to close up the main compartment, just depending on the orientation. Shorter leashes or having the internal zipper lines a little bit more inset could solve this issue. Moving on to the harness system, we scored it a 4. The comfort that you get from the harness really depends on your personal fit. One thing that I haven't mentioned yet is that if you don't Loosen the strap slightly before you take the bag on and off. They can scrape against your arms or catch on your watch or a jacket sleeve. And honestly, it is a little bit disappointing to not have strap keepers on a $300 bag. For the back panel, we gave the CPL16 a 3.5. Personally, I would have preferred a standard mesh back panel instead of the wax canvas. Wax canvas isn't known to be extremely breathable, which makes this a little bit less ideal for hot climates. However, it's pretty par for the course with this material. This just means that in hotter months, my back feels like it's cooking and it makes the bag a little bit less appealing for those seeking a true crossover design. The main compartment earns a 4.25. It's great that you have a full clamshell access and 3 inches in depth, which really easily accommodates most EDC essentials. Inside, there are 3 organizational features: a large slip pocket on the back panel and 2 zippered compartments on the front flap. This open design really works well if you're a pouch kind of person and integrates super well with Evergoods cap system. One minor drawback is that the laptop compartment shares space with the main compartment, so if you do pack out your laptop area heavily, it might slightly encroach on the main compartment's depth. However, it still provides a flat, even surface for packing if you do carry a laptop. Hey, Editing Emerald here. I just realized that I didn't record me saying the scores for the quick access pocket or the laptop pocket, so here I go. For quick access pocket, we scored the CPL16 a 4.5. This bag features 2 quick access pockets, both of which can be accessed on body with a little bit of effort. On an EDC bag, quick access is crucial, whether you're grabbing your train ticket in transit or putting away your sunglasses while you're walking. However, due to the Evergoods high and tight carrying style, we found that reaching for these pockets on body wasn't really always super seamless. If we didn't loosen the straps before swinging the bag around, the straps would scrape against our arm or get caught on our watch, making the process a little bit less smooth than we'd like. For the laptop compartment, we also scored the CPL16 a 4.5. It's well padded, suspended, and offers quick access, everything that you would want out of an EDC bag. The back wall of the laptop compartment shares space with the main compartment, creating a slight interior lip inside. While this doesn't impact functionality, it was a little bit surprising at first glance. A 16-inch MacBook Pro just barely fit in this pocket, and I occasionally had to untuck the zipper track when inserting the bag to prevent it from catching. Personally, I prefer the overall size savings over a slightly roomier laptop fit. Okay, back to your normally scheduled Emerald. The handles score a 4. I appreciate the inclusion of the metal stay on the side, which really helps to maintain structure under weight. The handles sit low on the bag and don't stick out when not in use, keeping the silhouette super streamlined. However, they aren't very padded, so they're going to be best for hoisting the bag in and out of trunks, overhead bins, or tossing it into your car. There are a few external attachment points, though they're more of a backup feature. You can't use them for crossbody attachment like for bulkier items like blankets, since they're only located on the same track as the handles on the left and the top. Now for all you hydro homies out there, I'm sorry, but you're kind of SOL on this one. There are no dedicated external water bottle pockets on the CPL16 or in the CPL line for that matter. In our class, only the winter season and the Trek bags offer external water bottle pockets. For commuters, quick access to your water bottle is crucial. Stashing your bottle inside of the main compartment not only slows access, but also risks spills that could ruin your gear. I suspect the design choice here is driven by the need to preserve a flat side so that you have really good side access, as an external water bottle pocket might interfere with that. That said, I do appreciate the streamlined look that you get by not having an external water bottle pocket. This is all about fashion over convenience, which seems to be the vibe for anybody who is considering a wax canvas EDC bag. Now let's move on to our marketing section. Starting out with the company, we scored Evergoods a 4.5. They have a cult following for a reason. They focus on durable, high quality gear with unique materials, construction, and form. Based in Bozeman, Montana, they give back 1% of their gross revenue to the Galatian Valley Land Trust, supporting conservation and trail maintenance efforts, which is pretty cool. The CPL in wax canvas earns a perfect 5 for the product page. It's packed with detailed information, including materials, specifications, features, walkthrough videos, and customer reviews. You shouldn't have any trouble finding all the details that you need. And if you want to dive deeper, their blog has excellent articles on the technical aspects of the CPL series. For returns and warranties, Evergoods offers a 30-day return window as long as the bag is in new condition with the tag still attached and the original packaging. They also offer a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects. Of course, if you're rough on your gear and rip a hole in the bottom, that would not be covered under the normal wear and tear under warranty. we scored this section a 3.5 since these policies are fairly standard in the industry. If you're interested in our detailed thoughts about returns and warranties, check out our bag volume video.
Hey, it's Emerald again. I also forgot about the advertising category and I already changed out of my clothes. You're just gonna get this voiceover and you get to see a bunch of photos of my cats. So for advertising, we scored the CPL16 a 3. Because this was a Black Friday drop, there wasn't a lot of runway as far as the marketing side of this goes, but because of Evergoods' cult-like following and because the 16-liter variant in black nylon was so popular, I don't really think it was a big issue for people because the wax canvas version is exactly the same as the nylon one. There are a couple of units still available for purchase online, so maybe that does have something to say about how they didn't market this bag, but I do think there's a subset of people who like the size and the style and look of the CPL16 and would love to have it in a heritage format. So there you go, a 3 for advertising.
Finally, in the volume category, the CPL16 scores a 5. It's always really reassuring when a bag lives up to its advertised volume measurement, making it easier for customers to find the bag that fits their specific needs. Overall, the bag is designed with a really strong emphasis on durability, style, and a streamlined look, though not without its quirks. Our final section is all about unique value proposition of this bag. Starting out with the features, we scored the CPL16 a 4.25. It offers all the expected features of a bag this size, really great quick access, a dedicated laptop compartment, and ample storage in the main compartment. However, some of you might be disappointed by the lack of water bottle pocket, a luggage pass-through, or strap keepers, which together might feel like too many compromises. When it comes to uniqueness, we gave the CPL a 4.5. This bag stands out with its signature wax canvas finish within the CPL line and sports a silhouette that is distinctly different from the other wax canvas bags in this size category, most of which opt for a roll top or a buckle enclosure to evoke heritage vibes. For bang for buck, we scored this bag a 3. At $100 more than the standard nylon variant, you could justify that extra cost for the high quality wax canvas exterior and those premium leather zipper pulls. However, when compared to other wax canvas bags in this class, the CPL16 is the second most expensive option. Still, if you're in the market for a wax canvas bag, you probably are expecting to pay a little bit more for that elevated look and feel. Finally, for flavor, we scored this bag a 4.75. There are plenty of subtle, stylish details that really complement the wax canvas vibe. Think brass-coated hardware, leather zipper pulls, and even a leather info patch in the main compartment. Plus, the gray interior color ties the whole aesthetic together much better than a blindingly bright orange that you might see in some of the limited edition wax canvas versions of Evergoods bags. All in all, while the CPL16 wax canvas might come with a few compromises here and there, its distinctive style, thoughtful design, and premium details make it a very compelling choice if you are into that rugged heritage look, even if it means that you have to pay a premium for it. So after adding up all of our totals and normalizing our score, the CPL16 in wax canvas earns an 80.99, solid B territory. I will note that the lack of water bottle pocket brought this bag down by a full 5 percentage points, so if you are not a hydro homie, your score might be even higher on the recommendation list. Some of the top standout features of this bag include its striking wax canvas exterior, the clever patterning that creates independent volume for all of the pockets and compartments, and the excellent access from both the top and the side. However, there are a few areas where this bag could be improved. For instance, it's a little odd that in the carry world, larger bags in the 25+ liter range, and even most bags designed as one-bag travel solutions, often include luggage pass-throughs as a standard feature. Yet when you move to the smaller capacity ranges, like in the 16-liter model or even those slightly larger in the 20 to 24-liter range, having a luggage pass-through becomes a little bit of a hit or miss. Personally, I think it should be the opposite. Smaller bags should definitely include luggage pass-throughs, while larger bags may or may not have them. After all, who is traveling with a 45-liter bag and also checking in luggage? If you're opting for a checked bag, wouldn't you want your carry-on to be smaller so that you can use it as a day pack on your trip? I mean, I think if you're bringing a checked bag, a carry-on, and a personal item, it's a little hard to imagine that your 45-liter carry-on is meant to be on your back while your personal item is squeezed in. The only people I can picture doing that might be families or folks moving across the country, but most travelers using a luggage pass-through on a roller bag would pair it with a smaller personal item bag like this one, perfect for holding your tech and even a change of clothes, so that when you reach your destination, this 16-liter bag is just the right size to carry around. It's not too bulky and it's shallow enough that you won't be bumping into people. But what's interesting is that they almost never put luggage pass-throughs on bags this size, which makes no sense to me. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever noticed the same, or am I just crazy? I'm not a bag designer, so maybe there's a specific reason why these smaller bags can't accommodate a sleeve or a strap. Either way, let me know what you think. Another thing missing from this bag, and from basically all Evergoods bags really, are strap keepers. With the high and tight method of carry, you're left with a lot of slack at the end of these straps. Being able to tidy up that extra dangle would not only clean up the aesthetic, but also improve functionality. For a bag that costs over $300, it seems like a no-brainer to include a very simple sub $2 piece of plastic, webbing, or Velcro. Even if Evergoods argues that strap keepers are just another component prone to breaking, not including one just feels like a slap to the face to consumers. While the bag definitely boasts its fair share of amazing Evergoods-only design features, it also comes with its own set of Evergoods-only quirks that might turn away potential carriers from its conformist Evergood way or the highway approach. In conclusion, the Evergoods CPL16 in wax canvas stands out with its very timeless, rugged design, clever internal organization, and impressive build quality that underscores its durability. This bag is a very fantastic fit for those who value both style and substance in their everyday carry. It's ideal for urban commuters, digital nomads, and EDC enthusiasts who appreciate a heritage-inspired aesthetic and robust construction. If you work in an environment where you need to carry tech, documents, or other daily essentials in a well-organized bag, the CPL's full clamshell access and independent compartments will keep you sorted without fuss. Evergoods as a company caters to individuals who seek high-quality, long-lasting gear over fleeting trends. Their bags are built for those who value function, no-nonsense designs, and are willing to embrace a few of those Evergoods-only quirks for the sake of durability. If you're the type of person who enjoys the technical intricacies of bag manufacturing, from material choices to construction details, this brand and its products will really resonate with you. On the flip side of that, this bag might not be the best match if you need a dedicated water bottle pocket, a super breathable harness system, or gear that's optimized for long hikes in hot weather. The CPL's wax canvas exterior, which can be very heavy, somewhat cumbersome, and less breathable, might hold you back. And essentially, if your focus is on cutting-edge, convenience-packed gear with immediate comfort rather than a rugged, long-lasting build that sometimes requires a little bit of DIY tweaking, Evergoods and the CPL16 in wax canvas may not be the right fit for you. All right, I'm done. If you like this content and you are considering purchasing this bag, there is a link in the video description that will take you to the product page. We don't get a commission off of that link, just so you know, but if you do want to help support the channel so that we can keep making quality reviews like this one that can take over a month to produce, research, test, and edit this video, there are Amazon affiliate links in the video description for all the products that we talked about today. I get a very small commission off of each purchase at no cost to you, but if that is not your vibe, there's always liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with a friend. It really helps support the channel and give good vibes out to the YouTube algorithm so that more people can see this video. Drop me a comment down below telling me what you think about the CPL16 in wax canvas, or how you feel about smaller bags not having luggage pass-throughs. I want to hear what your experiences have been. My name is Emerald from Emerald's Daily Carry. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.